panels are becoming a familiar sight in the suburbs, evidence that it's really been all sunshine for Australia's solar energy industry for the past 5 years. But there are dark skies looming. The Victorian Government has become the latest state to announce it's cutting its solar subsidies, prompting one national provider to call for a uniform approach to payments before the bottom drops out of the market.
I'm in the sunshine.
Well, I think in the last year the industry grew at, I think it was about 500%. So Energy Matters is now a $100 million a year turnover business and growing. We have over 100 staff. We're everywhere in Australia, even Tasmania.
It's an impressive start for the solar power company, established by 4 self-confessed naive greenies at a kitchen table in 2005. But despite the lack of experience, Energy Matters was a 21st century business from the beginning, embracing the internet as integral to the business.
We definitely strategically set out to make the website our primary tool because we really feel that a website can make solar more affordable for all Australians. So, for example, we have this high-tech mapping technology that we use that enables us not to have to do site visits in most cases, and that's really cutting down the cost for the consumer.
Jeremy Rich says the price of solar systems has dropped about 60% since Energy Matters began.
The cost of solar has come down because of economies of scale. You're also seeing a lot of competition in the marketplace amongst the manufacturers globally. And then on top of that, you're seeing technology improvements.
Those economies of scale have also been bolstered by some substantial government subsidies to encourage a greater take-up of renewable energy.
Still today, we have great upfront subsidy support from the federal government. When you install a solar power system on your home or on your business, you generate carbon offsets, and then that provides an upfront discount on the cost of the system to the consumer. It just equates to a $3,500 really discount rebate off the cost of the system.
At a state level, feed-in tariffs provide an important ongoing incentive to turn solar.
Excess electricity that you're not consuming in your home or business from the solar cells on your roof is fed into the electricity grid and you receive the feed-in tariff. It's not a subsidy in any shape or form. It's a fair price for solar fed into the grid that Australians need.
Now some state governments are either suspending or cutting their solar schemes, with devastating consequences for solar businesses.
It was a boom or bust policy in New South Wales, and overnight the New South Wales government cut their solar feed-in tariff with no plan for the future, and as a result, having no consistency in policy, you're seeing in New South Wales, basically a solar company closing down their doors every day.
One survey conducted by an industry group found there's been a 90% fall in sales inquiries since November.
Well, I mean, if you don't pay a fair price for anything, of course it's going to reduce the market. We're seeing different feed-in tariffs in different states throughout Australia. That's why, a national feed-in tariff that can be consistent and stable is, really urgently required.
Jeremy Rich says there's also been a failure to take advantage of advances in solar technologies developed here in Australia.
We have been doing some really good things at the university level with solar technology, but just not so much, I guess, in commercialising that technology because of the lack of a federal consistent schemes in relation to feed-in tariffs and so forth that have created a boom and bust like we saw in New South Wales.
And it wouldn't only be the solar industry that would benefit.
You'll see a lot more investment in manufacturing and so forth coming onshore here in Australia instead of going offshore to places like China.
Rebecca Nash reporting there.